Once upon a time, in the ancient kingdom of Urema, where the rivers gleamed like molten gold and the forests whispered secrets to the wind, a prophecy was spoken long before the birth of a child who could change the course of destiny. The diviners had gathered at the shrine of Allah, the earth goddess, their eyes closed in deep trance. A prince shall be born under the full moon, the chief priest intoned. He shall be as charming as the morning sun and as wise as the baobab tree. But beware, his destiny is tied to a magic calabash, an artifact lost in time. That very night, Queen Adanna, wife of King Omeka, gave birth to a son. The child's first cry sent waves of warmth through the palace, and a gentle breeze swept through the land. The people of Urema rejoiced, for their prince was born under a moon so round and bright that the elders knew he was no ordinary child. The king named him Obieze, meaning the prince of the throne. He grew into a young man with a voice as smooth as palm wine, eyes that shimmered like river pearls, and a charm that made maidens blush and warriors bow in admiration. But beneath his striking beauty and confidence, there lay a secret longing, a deep thirst for adventure and knowledge beyond the palace walls. One evening, as the sun melted into the horizon, Prince Obieze wandered through the grand library of his ancestors. His hands traced the golden engravings of old manuscripts when he stumbled upon a strange map buried beneath dusty scrolls. It depicted an ancient relic, the magic calabash of Ununu, an artifact said to grant its wielder wisdom beyond human understanding. "This is it," he whispered, his heart pounding. The royal storyteller, Papa Okechukwu, sat by the fireplace, watching the prince with knowing eyes. "The magic calabash is no ordinary vessel, my prince," he said. "It is hidden deep within the forbidden forest of Okuta, guarded by spirits who test the hearts of men. Many have tried to retrieve it, but none have returned." Obieze, however, was undeterred. He had always believed that fate whispered through the winds, guiding those who dared to listen. That very night, he sought an audience with his father. "Father, grant me your blessing," Obieze pleaded. "Let me seek the magic calabash and fulfill my destiny." The king, though reluctant, saw the fire in his son's eyes. With a heavy heart, he nodded. "Then go, my son, but take only the purest of hearts as your companions." At dawn, Prince Obieze set out with 3 trusted companions. One was Ikemba, the fearless warrior whose strength was unmatched. The other was Uzuchi, the clever hunter who could track even the wind. And the other one was Amaka, the healer, whose kindness could mend both wounds and hearts. The journey to the forbidden forests of Okuta was perilous. They crossed rivers where crocodiles lurked beneath the waters, climbed hills where spirits whispered in forgotten tongues, and walked through villages where old men shook their heads, warning them to turn back. But Obieze pressed on. As they reached the entrance of the forest, a dense mist rose from the ground, and the air thickened with an eerie silence. A voice, ancient and powerful, echoed through the trees. "Who dares enter the land of the unseen?" Stepping forward, Obieze spoke with unwavering confidence. I am Prince Obieze of Urema. We seek the magic Calabash. Laughter deep and chilling filled the air. Then out of the mist, a figure emerged. It was an old woman, her eyes glowing like embers, her back hunched under the weight of centuries. "You may seek the Calabash," she rasped. "But to claim it, you must pass 3 trials. Trials that will test your heart, your mind, and your spirit." The first trial was the test of the heart. The old woman led them to a clearing where 3 golden apples hung from a twisted tree. "To pass," she said, "you must pick the fruit that holds the truth." The warriors hesitated, but Obieze stepped forward. He examined each apple and noticed that one of them had a faint crack, revealing a glimmer of darkness inside. "This one," he said, plucking the crackled apple. "True wisdom does not seek only beauty but the truth within." The old woman nodded approvingly, and the tree vanished into dust. The second trial was the test of the mind. She then led them to a vast river where a boat with no oars floated. "Across this river lies the path of the magic Calabash," she said. "But the waters are cursed. Step in and you shall sink." Obieze studied the river and smiled. He picked up a large leaf from the ground, placed it gently on the water, and watched as it floated. Then he ordered his companions to build a raft from the same leaves, and together they crossed. The old woman cackled. "You are wiser than I thought, Prince of Urema." Now the third trial, the test of the spirit. For the final test, she led them to a cave where the magic Calabash rested upon a stone altar. "Take it if you dare," she whispered. As Obieze stepped forward, the cave darkened and shadows twisted into monstrous forms. Voices taunted him, whispers of doubt, fear, and failure. But Obieze did not waver. He closed his eyes and focused on the warmth of his companions, the love of his people, and the fire of his purpose. When he opened his eyes, the shadows had disappeared. He reached out and took the calabash. It pulsed with golden light, and the cave trembled as a voice echoed. With the calabash in hand, Obieze and his companions journeyed back to Urema, where the kingdom awaited anxiously. The moment he stepped into the palace, the magic calabash shimmered and the voice of the ancestors filled the air. "Obieze, your wisdom shall guide your people for generations. May you rule with justice, love, and courage." And so, Prince Obieze became King Obieze, the charming king of Urema, whose reign was filled with peace, prosperity, and wisdom. The calabash remained in the palace, not as a tool of power, but as a reminder that true wisdom lies not in objects, but in the heart of a worthy liver. And so, the legend of the charming prince and the magic calabash lived on, whispered in the winds, sung in the rivers, and carried in the hearts of those who believed in the power of destiny. Let me know if you enjoy my story. Please don't forget to share, like, and leave a comment. Thank you.